from an execution standpoint, I thought it was pretty good. Told the guys afterwards we didn't have a single pre-snap penalty, no offsides, no false starts, any of that stuff. And, sometimes day one's fumble fest and bad snaps. And we didn't really have any of that. I think we had one fumbled exchange the whole day and that was it. So thought that part was good. Thought there was a lot of carryover from spring. I really did. I felt like that obviously we're a little more settled in than we were in the spring. And like anything else, I think we're kind of working ourselves into it. And I thought it was a good starting point and certainly needs to get better, as we move forward. But I felt pretty good about what I saw today.
I just noticed that Barlow's now on the it's side. What was kind of the thought process there?
Yeah. Just, we wanted some more size up front defensively. And Barlow's obviously, I think he's 370 plus right now. And he's one of those guys that just keeps getting bigger. And it's not bad weight necessarily. It's just, he's just a big guy and can carry that kind of mass. And that's been something we've been looking for, up front. So we'll see. He hadn't played a lot, obviously over there on defense, but, he's the kind of body type we're looking for. And so we'll kind of see how it goes. I think could be a good move for him. We'll get 5 or 6 practices in and see if he's picking it up quick enough to be able to help us. And if he is, great, we'll leave him over there. If not, we'll probably, move back.
How are the players adjust?
Well, I didn't think we played today as fast probably as we need to. I think we're going to have to get ourselves into shape. Our guys are, the emphasis for us over the summer was to get big and strong and explosive. And, our conditioning is pretty average right now. And so we understand that. That's kind of typically what we do is we kind of work ourselves into shape. And so, that's something we're going to have to improve on. And as you do that, then you play a little bit faster and your guys will tend to be a little bit more explosive. But I thought overall it was good. I mean, I think the thing that stood out to me was, guys that made plays in the spring, Gunnar Henderson especially, made a bunch of plays today. I mean, he's just one of those guys that every time we practice, those guys make plays. And Tay Barber made them and Darius Davis made them. And same guys, that had been really consistent this spring, came back out here today and did it again on offense. And so it was good to see that. And got to get some of those other guys to come along and, but I think they will.
How would you rate the accountability of this group right now as fall camp? It's underway.
Well, I mean, it's early. You know what I mean? I think really good so far, but it's like anything else. It's early. I think that's been the one thing that I like about this team is that, they're starting to take ownership a little bit more in the program, and guys are starting to, to coach other guys and to make sure that they tell the other players, what the standard is and what the expectations are. And so, those things are happening. They're not near where we want them to be yet, but they're starting to happen more, I think, often than they did in the spring. So it's going to be a work in progress when it comes to that. I think it's an adjustment for some of these players. We want those guys to be leaders. And we want guys who have big personalities to let their personalities come through and to be who they are. And so, sometimes it takes a little bit of time for guys to understand that and accept that role.
Coach, it's hard not to notice some of the young talent, especially a guy like Jordan Hudson. What are your thoughts on the young guys, especially Hudson?
Yeah. Well, obviously DJ and Jordan and Major and those guys are all talented, young, receivers. I like what they did today. They made some plays. They made some mistakes. DJ and Jordan both made some plays. It's good to see that. That's what those guys, at the end of the day, good receivers just figure out ways to make plays, and sometimes they do it by being really fast and sometimes they do it by being really big. And then other times they do it by just competing harder than the defensive back competing for the ball. And, some guys just have a knack for coming down with it. And if you go and you watch Jordan and DJ both, I mean, we're both athletic guys, but they both have an ability to just make plays. And that's what you want from that position. We want a guy that when the ball's in the air, his mentality is it's my ball all the time. And it doesn't matter if it's a good throw, bad throw. It doesn't matter if it's thrown on time, thrown late. He's trying to figure out a way to make the play on the ball. And some guys just have that mentality and other guys never develop that mentality. I mean, I think I think for us, it's, we've been inside most of the time. And so a little bit of acclimation to the heat, a little bit of conditioning. And my guess is 4 or 5 days in, we'll be in a better place. And we're not going to be where we need to be for a couple of weeks, but we'll get there. Yeah, yeah. I mean, the big thing for us is it keeps coming back to that. I mean, we want our team to be at their best, on Friday, September 2nd. So that's our goal right now is to get them there. Yeah, that helped. It helped. Our guys knew what to do today, and the attention to detail is a lot better than it has been. Still got to get a whole lot better. But all those things will start to come together. And so for the first day, I thought the execution was actually really pretty good. I was pretty pleased with what I saw both on offense and on defense in terms of guys doing what they're supposed to do. Now we just got to do it faster and with better technique and continue to do it.